car I'm going to test drive today is called BinRui, a small sedan made in China that acquired Volvo and Lotus. This car was made after Geely took over Volvo, so both engine and transmission has some of Volvo's technology. So let's start with the exterior of this car. The front has a timed racing family look of Geely. Every Geely car has this kind of design. The radiator grille feels like a drop of water has spread over the water. The outside and inside of the grille are finished with chromium. The headlights are connected to the grille. Full LED is applied to all trims, and this one LED lamp contains high beam and lower beams. The headlights of the Geely car doesn't look very complicated, but they look like old Volvo headlights with sharpness and softness. This front bumper seems to show a lot of sporty. This car is a small compact sedan, but there's a big black panel on each side. It's also very large in the middle. It looks like a wheel air curtain, but it's actually blocked. It's just for looking good. There are two sharp lines on the bonnet. Two of them are down to the grille, and the other two are slightly out in the middle, making this car more sporty. The side looks pretty long. The character line runs through both handles to the rear lamps. And this waistline runs through the rear wheels to the rear bumper. It seems to emphasize the dynamics of this car. The back of the side is a fastback design, which makes it more sporty. I reckon this car is for young people. However, the wheelbase is less than 2,700. Wheels have two options. Usually, the highest trim uses 17-inch wheel, and the rest are 16-inch wheels. And tires use Chinese tires. The back is a lot simpler than the front. It's more like a chrome-based rear lamp on both sides than a flashy design. Of course, the rear lamps also have Geely's family look, which is the 3 LED light source that comes down to the edge of the rear lamp. Rear bumper is slightly out like this. There are two mufflers below. It's a fake muffler, but it makes the car more stand out. And this diffuser is also look fancy. BinRui's trunk is good. The trunk of Hyundai's Avante has a capacity of 420 liters, but the BinRui has 470 liters. And of course, if you pull the back seat back, you will have 800 liters of space. If you look at the top of the trunk, there's a lot of wiring out there. So this not only look bad, but it's also dangerous to get in touch with a full load. BinRui's overall design is very sporty. I reckon it's the coolest car in this compact class, and this design is designed to target younger people. The car is not big, but its lines feels very sharp and sporty. I'm inside now. The interior is very comfortable and spacious, and it's a design that you can't see in a car that's priced at about 10,000. There's a lot of soft material in the car. The top of the instrument panel is very soft. Both the instrument cluster and the dashboard are pretty soft. The car's highest trim has a digital instrument cluster. The center fascia has a 10-inch monitor and uses high-quality metallic material. And with the addition of a chrome panel to the air conditioning outlets, the dashboard is even more luxurious. Honestly, if I don't know the price, I don't reckon anyone knows this car is just 10,000. The grip on the steering wheel is not bad. But there is one disadvantage in the steering wheel. It can only be adjusted up and down. It would be a lot better if you could move forward or backward. This is the phone wireless charging space, and this is very uncomfortable. Because the space is very large, but the area of wireless charging is much smaller, so you have to keep your phone in the correct place in order to charge the phone. Inside of this cover, there are two cup holders. The console bar space is very small. It's only enough to put my fist in. They're finished with gray and red stitching all over the door trim, dashboards, and interior. All of the overhead console materials are plastic. The design is just okay. The back seat feels a little stuffy. Since it has fastback design, my hair is almost touching the ceiling and the roof is so small. It would be frustrating if someone sits in the back for a long time. The door trims are designed really nicely compared to the price. It's chrome and it looks really cool with the plastic panel. Leg space is okay, almost same space with Hyundai's Avante. One of the most disappointing things is that this car doesn't have air vent at the back. Well, I guess it's too much to ask for a lot of things at this price. But at least there's one USB port. There are two small storage spaces below. Normally, Chinese cars are covered with a cover that doesn't allow the engine room to be hidden. Soundproofing foam is appropriate. The engine used in this car is a 3-cylinder engine developed by Geely and Volvo. They spent a lot of time with Geely and Volvo to develop this engine to solve the 3-cylinder engine's shortcomings. The engine used in this car is a 1.0 turbo engine with a maximum horsepower of 136 and a torque of 210. And with a 6-speed DCT mission, the fuel efficiency is approximately 5.7. The old version of this car had 1.4 turbo with CVT mission, but the newest model has DCT with 1.0 turbo. They said they improved 1.4 turbo and upgraded into 1.0 turbo using new technology, but I don't understand why the engine power became even smaller. The car has small displacement, but the turbines start relatively early, so its acceleration is fine. It's a bit similar with acceleration of Honda's Odyssey, and the pedals are faster than the Avante. But the engine noise is too noisy when you're accelerating fast. But this car still has some dynamic driving. It's not too hard to transcend the car in front of me, and the steering wheel's direction is really correct. The suspension is a bit stiff. Although it was developed with Volvo, there is still some tremor in this engine. The engine is also a little noisy. The steering wheel is a bit shaky, especially when accelerating. When you are accelerating, the engine sounds like a fake Volvo T4 engine. Of course, the noise and the tremors are much worse. And this 6-speed DCT mission is fine at fast acceleration, but in lower speed, it doesn't shift smoothly. So I'm not very satisfied with this mission, but it's still much better than the BYD's mission. The brakes are just like the Mercedes and the Chevrolet brakes. It's not too soft like a Mercedes, but it's not too hard like a Chevrolet. I can see why the top models of Geely don't use their own engines. As I know, every Geely car except for this one uses Volvo engine. A large sedan made in Geely uses Volvo's T3 engine, and a T5 engine is for a subcompact SUV. So this 1.0 turbo engine is obviously too bad. I'm not saying it's bad because of the weak power. I don't really like the vibrations coming out of the engine and the noise when it's accelerating. To be honest, I've anticipated a noise like an Avante, but it's more noisy than the Avante. I reckon it's the most disappointing engine of all the Chinese cars I've ever tested. Overall, the driving feeling was not bad. Although it was a 1.0 turbo engine, it still has enough power. And the road noise and wind noise were also good. But I'm not sure if the 1.0 turbo and 6-speed DCT are a reasonable combination. One good thing is that this car has level 2 self-driving from the middle trim. Self-driving technology is all Volvo's technology, so you don't have to worry about its stability. Personally, the most important part of this car is its design. Whether it's exterior or interior, it's really sporty. And the price is beyond your imagination. Thank you for watching. Please leave any comment if you have any question.